Episode 61. Komoi Moriko, newly christened Warrior of Light. She's just destroyed the Ultima weapon and repelled the Garlean invasion force. The realm is in a new era of peace, with the Seventh Astral Era, and the entire world has opened up to her. Everyone's asking, what's she gonna do now? She's going to the Gold Saucer. Sorry, Minfilia. All the quests that you have, and all the quests that are waiting for us, are going to have to wait. And there are a lot of quests. We'll try to take them on in order, but that'll be for later. I think Komoi needs a break. I was waiting to come back here until I could actually clear out a lot of the main story stuff that we were doing. It felt like it would be a bad time, or a bad timing, to interrupt all of that dramatic stuff just to come to the Gold Saucer. But the reason I wanted to come here was for an event going on, for which there is very little time remaining to actually participate in. So I'm lucky that I at least have 1 or 2 days to participate. This will actually go away when the next patch releases, and that patch is actually happening quite soon, sooner than I thought. You, my friend, have the look of a woman who has yet to experience Blunderville. I recommend you make for the attractions gates. Our associates there would be pleased to assist you further. Blunderville is, of course, the Fall Guys event. I'm not sure why it comes back in force. Can't stand on the table. Not sure why they bring it in at certain points in time. Of course, Fall Guys is still going. There are other events that also make comebacks like this, like the Yokai Watch event, and I don't know, maybe others that I'm forgetting. This one, I guess, makes more sense than those because Fall Guys is an ongoing game, whereas things like Yokai Watch and, I guess, the events for Final Fantasy XV are for past games, games that are no longer live, if you could call them that. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's here, and we get the chance to play it. Excellent. The next show should be commencing any moment now. Eavesdropping, are we? How very quaint. If you must know, I will soon be making for Blunderville, that I might spectate a few rounds of organized chaos. You have heard of it, yes? No. It shouldn't come as any surprise, but the Gold Saucer has once again deigned to dream bigger. They now offer a host of precarious obstacle courses, which they refer to as shows, and lavish prizes to those who participate. If you prefer something more thrilling than cards and cactpots, perhaps you might find it to your liking. Speak with a curiously dressed man named Y, and he shall guide you to Blunderville Square. How fun. Over here, huh? Now speaking of cactpot, I do have to get in my daily. 1, 2, 3 is possible, but we didn't get it. Nope, not that one either. Alright. The only other possibility is a 987. We didn't get it. Well, that's not what we're here for. With the coming of the new patch, and the end of this Fall Guys event, Moogle Tombstone event will also end. Tombstone? Tombstone? It's Tombstone. Luckily, I've gotten everything that I think I wanted from the Tombstone event. Reasonably, anyway. Greetings. Ready to stumble on into Blunderville Square? Appropriately dressed. The aesthetic is very much matching what we have currently. The crown. I've gotten the crown 1 or 2 times in my day, both in the actual Fall Guys and in this event. I'm not sure how my chances fare, but we'll see. In the short span of 1 episode, I really doubt that I'll be able to actually get it on camera though. Actually, I don't know how many people will be playing so close to the end of the event. Huh? I had to stand really close to the counter. Welcome to Blunderville Square. The Gold Saucer's second round is square. I am known as the Beankeep, and it is my duty to guide newcome challengers to their premiere show. By that glimmer in your eye, I take it this is your first visit. As I thought. Never fear, however, for I shall explain all. Blunderville is a set of Battle Royale obstacle courses, fit for up to 24 challengers. And you, my intrepid friend, look like our very next one. Challengers are tasked with overcoming 3 particularly tricksy courses, and must race ahead of the pack if they wish to qualify for further challenges. Whether you fall flat during the first round, or find yourself among the final few, you're sure to win rewards aplenty. Should you bumble and stumble your way to the last round, then you too have a chance of claiming the coveted crown. It can be quite a lot to take in, so I'll leave the finer details for later. In the meantime, have you any pressing questions, comments, concerns? What are those strange creatures wandering around, and can I enthrall them to my will? An excellent question indeed. Our diminutive friends here are known as the Beans. Their curious coloration and delightful charms inspired us to construct this very hall, and our shows, of course, with creative abandon. Though we know not where they originated from, we but recently discovered these little ones wandering around the Gold Saucer. Their round physiques are reminiscent of legumes, so we eventually came to call them the Beans. Be they void-sent or seedkin or something else entirely, they are adorably inquisitive creatures. You simply must hear them hoot and holler about the halls. I have no idea what they're attempting to say, mind you, but it all sounds quite precious. On the other hand, you might be surprised to learn that Master Godbert Manderville, proprietor of the Gold Saucer, was the first to attempt communication with the Beans. I'm told they found his hearty laughter and muscular mannerisms most endearing. It is thanks to his efforts that we found common ground with them, and in turn, they grew comfortable enough to show off their unique proclivities, such as racing through every obstacle that comes their way. They may be a tad clumsy, but the spirit of competition that lies within them is a force to be reckoned with. Master Manderville was so moved by these displays, he immediately ordered the construction of this whimsical hall, that his new friends might have a place to frolic and play with others. Forgive me, was I rambling? Well, in any case, that, my good woman, is how Blunderville came to be. You're more than welcome to take on our shows by yourself, or with an entire alliance of companions if you wish. Interesting word choice. I guess you can enter with 24 players. Once you've made your preparation, simply speak with the registrar. We'll escort you to our next show as soon as every competitor is accounted for. I believe that covers the basics, but if you have any other burning questions about what you might encounter along the way, I would be pleased to assist you. I wish you luck out there, and may you rise above the rest. Leave it to Final Fantasy to have a lore explanation for why there is a Fall Guys crossover. A little bit of lore. Custom HUD in Blunderville. Interesting that the beings aren't just mammoths or something, they're actual organic beings. Now the duty finding for this one's a little bit weird. I'm actually not sure how this works. You enter this little instanced area, and then you wait as the players join in, but it doesn't seem like anyone's here. This person is popping in and out for some reason. Why is that? Does popping in and out maximize your chances of finding, like, a bigger room or something? Or maybe they're just doing it for fun, I don't know. These people. Looks like they're from different worlds as we are, currently in Seraph on World Visit. But I think these are all the same Dynamis server, maybe? By the way, I guess I never actually looked at my own adventure played on camera. Oh, can't do it now though. We can look at someone else's, if they create it. How very fitting for the setting. Quite pink. I should get my own adventurer played on camera before I end up changing it. I only have the basic options that you're given at the beginning, but if I'm going to change it at a later point in time, I guess I'd want to capture on camera for myself the evolution of it. Are we really going to play this with only 5 players? How is that going to work? This isn't going to be very good footage. This really only looks good when there are a lot of players. And we get even less rewards because there are less players too. I think, if that's what that means. Well, even if we don't get any rewards, at least I can capture the obstacle course on camera. It'd be a lot more fun with more people, though. Maybe I should have interrupted the main story quest to join this while it was still popular, when it first came back. On the tail end here, there's only 5 people. Oh, that's not it. It didn't go off quite when I wanted it to. I'm rusty. No sprinting. You don't want to get hit by those under any circumstances. Even if they boost you in the correct direction technically, they will still stun you. And this is a kind of mechanic that was introduced much later on in the game, around the same time Blunderville came out. You're going straight through. Alright, we're qualified. How does spectator mode work? Oh, it only teleports you. You don't actually spectate the player. Well, I think I've knocked out one participant. These ones... less interesting than the obstacle courses, I'd say. They're still obstacle courses, but the layout just means, I don't know. It feels less like a gauntlet. These are definitely more interesting than the average leap of faith. But they are competitive. Blue. Actually, you should watch out. Blue again. What? What hit me? Maybe I should zoom out a bit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this one. I'm so out of practice. I see, it was that one. Just need to move a little bit more slowly, I guess. Or methodically. Yellow. Watch out for the wind. Or not. I see. It's a pushback, you don't actually... There we go. I thought hiding behind a wall would save you, but you just need to put yourself in front of a wall, rather. Okay, we can't stand around here all day, unfortunately. Luckily, we're qualified. Only 3 players will make it to the final round. We're only knocking out one other player, so it's between Rosie and Cremy. My money's on Rosie, or rather Cremy here. I guess I was right. Or not? Well, we'll see. And finally the crown. I guess my chances of getting a crown are increased with less players, but less rewards. I don't know. I'm rusty though, so pretty sure I'm going to fall apart here. There is kind of a luck component to this, but mostly not. In the end, I just try to beeline it as much as I can. Yep, Cremy made it. Optimal routing. Nope, I'm stunned. This is bad. Oh, I thought it was looking good. Right at the end. That's unfortunate. Right at the end. Not even sure what hit me. Well, that goes for most things. Well. Cremi won it all. I guess you get MGP for this as well. Not sure how decent it is as a farming method. Now then, to gauge how much we actually get from that, got 258, which is enough for half of one of the actual clothing items. If we wanted all of them, which is around 6 of these, we would need under, well, around 10 to 12 of the same ranking or so, in order to get enough currency to buy all of these. But that's not even considering some of these things that I might want. I suppose I'm most interested in the actual clothing. Some hard to get dyes here, but that's kind of a waste of time, I think. I have the MGP to just buy the dyes, or rather the actual gil to buy them. And furniture items. Well, let's queue up one more time. I think we'll be able to see at least a few more different obstacle courses. Looks like Crit Immune is still popping in and out for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Some people don't have the decency to create an adventurer plate. See, this is what it's all about. I know everything I need to know about Hassan Sadiq looking at this adventurer plate. Looks like it'll only be 4 players this time. I'm not sure when it says it adjusts the amount of rewards that you get, if it means it's adjusting it down or adjusting it up. I'm going to have to assume it adjusts it down, rather than saying there's a certain pool of money in each competition and that gets divided among the competitors. It probably makes more sense to say that each competitor adds a certain amount of money to the pool. Kind of like poker or something, I don't know. Well, this is the same obstacle course as we did last time. I'm pretty sure there are at least a few different ones. Yes, I do remember a different second stage. Maybe we'll see that. Four competitors. One will be eliminated, and it's not going to be me. I'm no longer rusty, you see. I'm a professional. Going straight through. How's that for flawless technique? I don't think I was stunned once. This guy was pretty flawless too. As expected, as a holder of an adventurer plate. There are two types of players in Final Fantasy. Those with adventurer plates and those without. I think the results speak for themselves. Which players made it to the top and which ones didn't. Ah yes, a good friend Typhon, who I think I also had on camera before, as part of the Gold Saucer normal events. This one's pretty fun, with a lot of players. It's basically a race to stay ahead of the pack in a continuously circling field. But the main thing that you have to stay in front of is Typhon. I don't remember how this... Okay, now I remember. These ones only hit half the way that they're angled. Oh, someone fell already. I guess that's it. Wasn't even a jump. That's unfortunate. This one gets pretty hectic with how fast Typhon starts spinning around his blowback thing. And of course the two players at the end, the only two that matter. The only ones with adventurer plates. I didn't mention it before, but Yojimbo's here too. Still hold a grudge against Yojimbo. First time I was in the Gold Saucer. I think Komori still hasn't forgiven him. Straight line pass. Though maybe I should have gauged which one of these would be turning. Alright, we made that. Let's turn left here. Nope, got stunned. Hug left maybe? Not sure what hit us. We'll go here. He's already there. What a guy. I should have expected it from his mugshot. He's just radiating confidence, isn't he? Not even sure what clothes those are. Where do you get those from? Is that like a store item? Well, we got even less for that, so it seems that it is increased based on the amount of players competing, the money that you get. I guess before we get back in, look at my own adventurer plate. Portraits were set after using... Ah, right. I did use a Fantasia. The Fantasia we got after beating the game. Let's see. Currently equipped gear. Let's try this. And save. Gonna have to do the same for my other portraits, I guess. Still not. Alright. think we need to do this. Apply to adventurer plate. And there we go. That's why I lost the previous confrontation. My adventurer plate wasn't ready. But now that it's here, I'm sure to get the crown next. Oh, this is what it'll look like for a while, I guess, before I get some more unlockable stuff. That might take a while though, because adventurer plates weren't introduced until much later. Oh, you've got a whole crowd going on now. An entire 7 players. No, 6. One of those was crit. There's an achievement for this. Winning like 100 of these. It seems ridiculous, considering that it's meant for 24 players and that it's a limited time event, to put an achievement with a title behind it no less, behind 100 crown wins, maybe even more than 100, I don't know. But it seems more achievable when you consider that there are less players in games like this, where even though the rewards are less, you're more likely to actually get the crown. How rude. On camera, no less. How terrible. We got some real contenders here. 3 adventurer plate holders. Those are the ones to watch out for. This one again. I'm pretty sure there's a different stage 1. Maybe stage 3 is always the same, but I'm pretty sure there's a different stage 1, and at least 2 stage 2s, which we have already seen. I like it when the about face is facing behind me better. Gonna have to wait this one. I could have maybe made it. I don't know. You do not want to be stunned under any circumstance. I got stunned. This one's pretty bad because it doesn't just stun you, it knocks you back to the beginning of this section, but still pretty bad. Going straight through. Of course, Final Fantasy has the unfortunate effect of being kind of laggy with what appears on screen versus what's happening in server. So even if you look like you're safe on your screen, you may find yourself getting hit by something that was just barely behind you. Happens a lot on the 3rd one too. Especially because a lot of those AoEs are like instant cast or whatever. They only show briefly on the floor, and you look like you're safe, but you were actually in it for the instant that they were there. Can't inspect players that are invisible. There's the rude player. He's rude, but he also has a plate, so he made it. And as expected, the last player to cross the plate, or not. Cross the finish line, rather. Kind of eerie how everything freezes right at the end. Alright, now that I've seen this one time, my memory is refreshed. I can beeline it to the front of the pack. Without fear. Or I'll knock myself off first and be very embarrassed about it. We're beelining it. We've got a decent lead. We don't have to rush so much. Only people that actually fall are going to be in trouble. Oh, there we go. You don't really have to get ahead of the pack so much as be careful minding your own step. But I guess it puts some pressure on the players behind. If they see someone rushing ahead, maybe they'll make some mistakes on their own, thinking that they have to catch up. I said this was only partly luck and mostly not, but I think it's maybe an even blend, an unpredictable blend, of luck and timing. Which means, of course, that it mostly comes down to luck. We're not gonna make that. Dang. Oh, Yokubo. This guy. He's got it. Unless we get lucky. Well, that's the breaks. Them's the breaks. Sometimes you win, sometimes you get stunned right at the end. It's happened to me too. How much do we get for that anyway? Anything special? Just a little bit more money. And our face on the winner screen. We'd probably get a lot more money for making it near the end but not crossing the finish line, if there were a full 24 people playing. Now then, with our money, we're definitely going to have to get a crown, right? But which one is it going to be? The matte crown or the glossy one? It's gotta be the glossy one, right? This one's more cartoony, I guess. Kind of like a Burger King crown, almost looks like paper. While this one is tin foil. Yeah, we'll get this. To commemorate our win. A win with only 6 players in the arena. But they put up a decent fight. They were no match for Komori though, the warrior of light, who felled the ultimate weapon. Of course, all of those other players did the same. And more. Having said that, for the remaining items, I will need maybe 3 or 4 more concessions. The shoes, the pants, the parka are the main things I'm looking for. Don't really need this. It's, interesting. Can't imagine myself wearing it though. But we should put it in our dresser, nonetheless. I'll probably do most of this off camera though. There's of course the mount. Hey, wait a second. We haven't actually encountered this guy, have we? Yeah, he should be in one of the stages that we haven't seen yet. The Rhino. And of course the minions. It'd be nice to get both of them, but we might have to choose one or the other with how little time we have. Limited event, huh? And what event is that? It's just Air Force One. The least interesting one. I'm not even going to capture that on camera. Gold Saucer events are fun when there are a lot of players participating, but Air Force One is like a solo thing. Just a kind of rail shooter that they bring you around the skyline of the Gold Saucer. I say skyline, just the interior. To shoot down some targets. It's not the easiest thing in the world, I guess, but not the most difficult either. Let's have a look. Whoa. This one's a real contender. She's a white mage and she has Moogles around the border. She even says yippee. This is the one to watch out for. Unless... Oh no. The Judgment Boy is in the room. This might be the hardest battle yet. Hopefully they'll take on each other and leave me out of it. Although I wouldn't underestimate this dark horse. How do you get up there in the sky? Truly a mystery. So far, only adventurer plate holders are in the room. Not counting Crit, of course. Still not sure what's going up with Crit. They're not actually playing any games, are they? There has to be some reason they're doing this, right? Are they a bot? Is a bot able to do something like this? Probably, but why? Can you jump on top of these? I think I saw someone standing on one of these boxes, didn't I? Well, we'll never know. Only 4 players in the room. Am I going to be knocked out in round 1? There's a decent chance, because this is the one we haven't seen yet. I can maybe sight read most of it, get it back from memory just by seeing it swing 1 or 2 times the obstacles in front. Alright, I think I've got this. Wait. There was no need to wait. I'm falling behind. Shit. Ah, slippery. Worst nightmare. We made it though. I don't think there are too many in front of us either. Acceleration bomb means we stand still. Pretty dangerous if you're trying to race other players, but... what? There we go. That's what I was missing. Oh dear. Do actually need to zoom out for this one, huh? Alright, last one is a bridge. Easy. Still cross the finish line first. Looks like our white mage made it. And who else? The Judgment Boy himself. Looks like our dark horse is at the back of the pack. Pretty far back. Did they even move? Or are they up in the sky? Who knows where he went? Alright, maybe we can outrace the Judgment Boy. But I've got my eyes on the white mage. But I know the secret to this one. I've got the inside track. And I'll be putting pressure on the players behind me. If I don't trip and fall off immediately. Judgment Boy is not afraid to take the lead. One player just needs to fall off. Just one. But I think this will be a pretty long engagement. Only until Typhon ends up knocking someone off. Oh, there we go. It's the Judgment Boy after all. I guess it'll be a one-on-one for the crown. The hour of judgment is nigh. Tomoe's had a taste of victory already, but that just means she's hungry for more. And she's not afraid to resorting to underhanded tactics. Okay, the slap emote didn't actually play out. Damn, that actually, was rather silly of me. Trying to have a little bit of fun. What was I thinking? This is no time for games. That may have cost us everything. No, of course it cost us everything. If I played just a little bit better, I would have made it. How foolish of me. Or foolish of Tomoe, rather, for trying to resort to underhanded tactics, such as slapping your opponent. I guess they block out in the chat log any emote chats. I wanted it to at least appear on screen that I was slapping him, but it didn't appear. Well, Judgment Boy, you win this time. And we'll probably never see him again. I won't get everything that I want in this video, but we will go in one more time. Just on the off chance that we see the one thing that I think we're missing, I'm pretty sure there should be a Rhino stage going on somewhere. Or maybe there isn't. Maybe the rhino is just a mount that you get, and I'm remembering wrong. There are definitely rhinos in the actual Fall Guys that are stage hazards, but maybe we've seen everything there is. 2 level 1s, 2 level 2s, and 1 level 3. Level 90 Scholar. Yes, you do seem like the erudite collegiate type. This is what people wear in college, obviously. Designing a game, huh. Well, put the game in your adventurer plate and then I can look up your game. Well, probably not ready to talk about it yet. Yuffie Kisaragi. It's Yuffie herself. Oh my god, she's here. I didn't recognize her in the bean outfit. Got a lot of adventurer plate holders today, but this one is barely decorated. Still, between having an adventurer plate and not having one, she has one. Yes, I think we did see everything. Guess we're just competing for the crown at this point. If we could emote at the very start of these rounds, it'd be nice. Oh, we can. Damn it, that's when I should have slapped him. If I slapped him, it surely would have demotivated him and won me the victory. I do actually need to be careful here. Not that it matters. I'm doing terribly. At least I can't be knocked off. Alright, we're behind. This may be the first time we don't actually make it to the final round. Gonna have to zoom out for this. We can make it. Oh, you can't jump while that's happening. I think we're screwed. We just need to beat Sarah. Although they know what they're doing. Or not. Alright, we'll make it after all. Actually, there are less people qualified than I thought. Looks like ghosts can't interfere with players behind the pack. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's fair. It'd just be fun too. Yeah, Sarah is actually having more trouble than I realized. Well, not to split hairs or anything, but when your adventurer plate just uses the basic default portrait, this is maybe what you can expect, right? Actually, if time runs out, it probably only qualifies the people that cross the finish line, right? Muhaha Mullah. I would expect you to be ahead of Sarah. Shows what I know. Maybe there's some hidden elegance to the default portrait after all. I haven't had any trouble with this one yet. Really, within the first lap around the circle, someone's always fallen off. The further behind you stay, the less of the inside track that you take, or the more of the outside track that you take. The more you open yourself up to failing, more chances to fail. The same is probably true for moving quickly, but there's this kind of safety in knowing what's coming. Oof, these ones are crafty. They know what they're doing. No one's fallen off yet. Should be any moment now, right? Of course, more hazards are being added. We've almost caught up with Typhon's wind blowing, I could see. Now, who made it? I guess the two that I was running with did. Alright. No more games this time. Except until the game actually starts. You can probably use something there for a thumbnail. As quickly as we can, before the actual countdown ends. Slap, slap. There. That should be sufficient demotivation. They're shaking in their boots, I'm sure. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I haven't gotten hit yet. I got hit. Shit. No! Get stunned. Get stunned. It's too late. Congratulations. She's a scholar after all. She studied it all. She had the perfect route plotted. Congratulations, Matilda. By the way, didn't we get something for getting a crown, some achievement? Oh, we got this. But no actual title or anything. Those are the only achievements that really matter. Should be under... what was it, character? Yes, gold saucer. Win 100 times to get the Queen Bean title. Unbelievable, right? In the 1 hour that we played, we only won one time. Even with this small amount of players, and playing as decently as I did, you would maybe need 100 hours in this limited time event to get that title. Of course, that's not a decent sample size for that kind of statistic to measure out, but still, it's crazy. Well, I'll be back to get more currency for the rest of these, but I'll be for later. Off camera, that is. I don't have much time left for this event to actually be in the game. Who knows when it'll come back. For now, we'll return to the Waking Sands. We'll consider this a filler episode. Something that's almost non-canon. Absolutely no plot significance to the rest of the game. An easily skippable thing in the playlist. I'm not sure if I would watch this at a later point in time myself. Well, maybe I'll want to experience the event, or re-experience it, when the game is offline and they no longer put the event out there. And back where we started, as if nothing ever happened. Now would be a good time to take a break.